Hi, my name is Lauren Mahomes. I am a 2012 graduate of Wake Forest University. I was a communication major with a film studies minor. I did a bunch of things on campus, including was a student manager in Benson, was a tour guide for um, admissions, as well as was serving on the executive board of a lot of different clubs and activities while I was at Wake Forest. Go Deeks. I now live in Chicago. I've lived here for about a year and a half, and I currently am working as a senior social strategist at a full service agency here called Laughlin Constable, working on a variety of clients, predominantly in healthcare and beauty retail. So before I got here, though, I was living in Texas, where I'm a native, and I was working in three different other jobs in the marketing sector, none of which were exactly what I thought I was going to be doing when I was in college, and certainly not what I was expecting to do once I had graduated. So this is a little bit of my story and how I got to where I am now. When I was applying for jobs my senior year of college, I was predominantly looking for jobs in the kind of entertainment sector and doing a lot of film and entertainment marketing. So I was doing a really great job of utilizing the WFU OPCD resources, connecting to different alumni via LinkedIn, having a bunch of informational interviews, really connecting with a lot of great different people across the country. Even got a chance to travel out to New York, Chicago, and LA to meet with different alumni and different resources that they set up for me during that process. And it was a great learning experience, and I got to see a variety of different roles that I could see myself in. Unfortunately, unlike other industries where perhaps they might save jobs until you graduate, or perhaps you can get jobs after your internship immediately and have them waiting for you when you graduate, marketing is not one of those roles. A lot of the different agencies out there really want what they call just-in-time hiring because they need people to do the work right then. So I was having very little luck finding a job before graduating, and literally the day after I graduated, I had nothing more than my suit and my suitcase and maybe a toothbrush. I went back home to Dallas and interviewed for the job that I would work for 11 months after graduating. It was a job in marketing sales, which I had actually interned with the summer before. Wasn't exactly the entertainment marketing that I had kind of envisioned, the dream job, but it was a job that got me in the front door of marketing. And what I liked about it and why I took the job, even though it wasn't the dream job or what I had initially intended to do, was because it had a great office environment. I loved the people that I was working with. I felt very nurtured and felt very capable with the people that I was working with. But it also had roots outside of the office itself. I was working with national sales managers at local broadcast affiliates across the nation, in Chicago, in LA, on the East Coast, all of which have connections with these large national retailers and advertisers that have, obviously departments outside of just broadcast spot. They have other kind of product affiliates, and other kind of marketing, and have access to creative agencies and things like that. So I knew it was an opportunity that if I had leveraged it the right way and used my time wisely to learn about the industry, network, and kind of soak up the business, it would be one where I could really excel. So I did work there for about 11 months and made some really great relationships, both with the local agencies there in Dallas, but also with my nationwide affiliates from the station manager side as well. And one of those relationships actually turned out to help me get my next job. I knew that I wanted to move from the sales side to the agency side. And one of my agency contacts called me up and said, "Hey, we have a role we think you'd be great for. We love working with you already. Do you want to come in and interview for it?" So I came in and interviewed for the job, and it was still doing broadcast spots. So again, we're not in the entertainment sector yet, but I was working on the agency side. So it kind of helped me move from step one to step two. Now at least I'm in the realm where I want to be, working for my local office of a major IPG agency that again has legs, offices in LA, who has Sony as a client, really able to make some moves in network, and again, working in a really great environment that I loved. So I did that for about 2 years, working in that environment. And again, not at all what I thought I was going to be doing in college, not at all what I thought I was going to be working on. Based on all the informational interviews that I went on and things like that. But again, an incredible, valuable experience, utilizing a lot of different skills that really helped me kind of push to my next dream, which was to move to Chicago. So I ended up moving. It was an internal transfer with one of the IPG agencies, and it was a different kind of role. I went from doing sales to media buying to media planning for a major CPG brand here in Chicago, and that opened up, again, more doors, great work environment. You're starting to hear some consistencies here with people that really kind of exposed me to a lot of different technologies and a lot of different avenues from which I could take my career. At this point, and again, you're starting to hear about how I was really looking for nurturing work environments, but also those that had really great support and resources that I could leverage at every step of the way. And that led me to my next job about 2 years later, which is where I am now. I've been here about 3 months. It's completely different from what I've been doing before. Now I'm working in social strategy, something that I had touched on, but had never really gotten to dive deeper in, and my role specifically pertains to a lot of content marketing strategies as well. And I have been able to utilize all the background from my past, even though it hasn't been a role that I've especially worked in, don't have any direct experience in. I haven't had any healthcare clients before. I haven't had any retail beauty brands before. But my experiences in the past, the networking that I've been able to do, and the resources that I've leveraged have all made me an attractive integration candidate for the role that I have now. I was hired and have been able to assimilate within the full service environment. As you can see, we're a little more casual, and really have been an asset to the team and really been able to work well within their existing structures. So that's kind of a little bit about how I navigated my postgraduate waters. That is to say, I don't feel like it was a hindrance to me or my career by starting off in a job that wasn't what I had planned out initially. Anyone who remembers me from Wake Forest will know that I am extremely type A, really like following according to plans. I had, everything planned out for the perfect postgraduate career in the creative marketing fields, but that unfortunately didn't happen for me. But I don't regret the path that I've taken because I've built up so much analytical skills and such a network of hardworking, resourceful individuals and mentors behind me that I know that when I am ready to take that step, and if that opportunity were to present itself to me, I have eyes and ears everywhere willing to put my name in the ring for that because of my demonstrated ability in other areas. I also feel like my career lens has widened since my, naive postgraduate years. It's easy to think when you're a senior in college or just thereafter that, you know everything there is to know about the kind of field you want to go in and what, particular tasks that you want to be doing. But at least in a field as dynamic as marketing, those doors are being tested and pushed every single day. There's all kinds of new ad technologies out there. There's all kinds of new ways to reach different people, different kind of data to leverage that have kind of smashed the traditional career trajectory to pieces. There's no right way of moving up. There's no right path for determining what you're going to do for the rest of your life. There's opportunities like I've taken to kind of hop around to become sort of a jack of all trades and learn about all these different types of marketing that you can do, all different types of roles that you can have in this industry, whether they be direct marketing or whether they be more data sciences, analytical, or behavioral sciences, or perhaps more creative. I never certainly thought I would be doing something as analytical and math oriented as I'm doing now. Again, I avoided all of that in college, and yet here I am. So and I'm loving it. And I only feel like the doors have gotten wider for me as I've continued on my path down this sort of media path and now into general strategy that I don't think I would have been able to go down if I had siloed myself to only one area when I graduated from college. And I don't think I'm unique in that kind of story. I think that when you take the jobs that are the right environment for you and that have the right kind of tools in place for you to grow when you first graduate, that those are the kind of roles that can be the best, even if they're not exactly what you had planned when you graduated. That's up to you to decide exactly what that environment or what those roles look like. This isn't an endorsement to take any job that you find when you graduate, although I did do a series of odd jobs to complement my first job as well to kind of help pay the bills. But I think it is a testament to finding jobs that are nurturing environments for building you up, whether that is that they have, a larger national presence or international presence that you can use to make connections with different people above you or alongside you, or perhaps if maybe they just are cutting edge in their field and that maybe it's not the right role, but it's the right company that has the right sort of values that you want to follow. Because it's those kinds of opportunities that while in the short term they may not be directly what you want, you're still building skills, you're still building expertise, you're still gaining experience in a certain field, and if you do it right, you're still learning about where you want to go. That will make you far more prepared than if you were only siloed to one specific path that you had started off in. So if you put all those things together, it'll be okay. You'll find the right path, and there's nothing to sort of stop you from going back to what you originally wanted to do. It's never too late. There's always opportunities to go back, reconnect with people that you talk to, that you built up those relationships while you were in college, or even go back to school to become a little bit more disciplined in that certain area if that's important to you for your next role. The point is that luckily coming from a diverse environment like Wake Forest that has prepared you for all different kinds of environments and all different kinds of opportunities, you're able to become pretty malleable out in the working world. And you'll find that even something that you thought you would never be doing, for me, a lot of math, you will pick it up pretty quickly and be able to excel, just because those kinds of hard skills as well as the soft skills like diligence, hard work, punctuality, networking, really connecting with people, learning how to communicate across a different various spectrum of clients or internal stakeholders, or out-facing mass messaging. Having the ability to navigate those and knowing how to work those will make you successful, and I believe in almost any kind of role that will help you to be put in a great place to move to wherever you want to go for the